We're here today at Birmingham New Street. It's the busiest station in the country outside London, and it sees 170,000 passengers a day. So what did the Department of Transport plan to do to improve services for passengers? They want to close the ticket office. It's one of almost 1,000 that are scheduled for closure if the Department of Transport and the Treasury get their way. They claim that the staff will be moved out on the platforms to improve services for passengers, but we've seen leaked documents that say that around 2,000 staff will also be sacked. In the local region here, Avanti plan to lay off 190 and West Midlands Railway 250. The Department of Transport claims that only 10% of tickets are now sold through ticket offices, although in many stations it's 45%. That means 180 million rail journeys were made last year by people using ticket offices. So this is my local station, Kidderminster. This, as you can see, was completely rebuilt, opened in June 2020 at a cost of £4.3 million. And this is yet another one that they want to close the ticket office. This is one where the new toilet facilities are controlled by the ticket office. So when the ticket office is closed, there's no toilets available. Of course, there may be instances where ticket office hours are in need of adjustment. There's some stations that don't have ticket offices already and obviously don't warrant one. But speaking to industry experts, many are in full agreement that these plans are ill thought out and unworkable.
Hello, I'm Mark Smith. I'm the man in seat 61. I run the train travel website seat61.com. Ticket office closures. Well, yes, there has been a significant change in the way we buy train tickets over the last couple of decades, and yes, you might think it reasonable to adjust ticket office opening hours. But that's not what's happening here. What we've got here is scorched earth. And let's be clear, this isn't train companies doing this. They are now just contractors. The revenue goes to the government pays the costs. It is the government that is dictating this, that has asked the train companies to put these plans together. It's scorched earth. It goes far too far. It's also inconsistent. We have Glasgow remaining open, Glasgow closing while Edinburgh remains open. We have King's Cross remaining open while Euston closes. They are not doing what they should do, which is reforming fares to make them simple and understandable first, and putting in arrangements to do things like bike reservations online. It's far too far, and it takes no account of the lost revenue that this will also give rise to. Indeed, it highlights the major problem of the railways at the moment. They are drifting. There is no one in charge in the huge gap between the train companies, now just contractors, and a government department. It's crying out for somebody to fill that gap with British Rail 2.0, who can take sensible decisions about ticket office opening hours rather than leaving it to a government department that frankly just doesn't care.
Many people are unable to use ticket machines or prefer a ticket office for various reasons, let alone the frequent instances when machines aren't working. There's a significant number of people who are unable to buy tickets online, and there's a lot of tickets that simply can't be bought online or at machines, including refunds, disabled persons discounts, seat reservations, ferry and bus connections, bike reservations, and Ranger and Rover tickets. No one from the Department of Transport has explained what will happen when machines are not working and there's no staff around to help. And they don't just sell tickets. Station staff perform other roles as well. Their presence deters abusive and antisocial behaviour. Research shows that passengers like and value their presence on stations. Having staffed ticket offices supports passenger perceptions and feelings around safety, and closures will invariably lead to passengers no longer feeling safe when travelling. There's also a number of issues regarding accessibility. Station staff assist passengers with access to trains, and many wheelchair users report they are only able to travel when they know ticket offices are open so they can be guaranteed assistance. The RNIB, the Charity for Visually Impaired People, has stated that only about 3% of people with visual impairments can use ticket machines, and that guide dogs are trained to find the ticket office. Many disabled people's rights groups have spoken out against the proposals, and there's a real threat to some people's ability to travel by rail at all. And many people in the rail industry agree that this will lead to lost revenue, along with increased amounts of problems for staff on trains, who will not only have to deal with more fare evaders, but also unhappy members of the public who want a ticket that's not available from the limited range that train staff are able to sell. back at Moore Street, and as the ticket office has been closed most of the morning due to staff illness, now both the ticket machines behind me are out of order. So now at the moment there's no way to buy a ticket in this station. This is going to be the sort of thing that we're going to see more often if we don't stop the ticket office closures. So far there's been over 400,000 responses to the consultation. But just because this part of the process ends on the 1st of September, it doesn't mean we should just stop opposing it. Make sure to write to your MP. Several Tory and most other MPs are opposing the closures, and it's really important to emphasise how this will have a direct impact on you. And write to the heads of the train operating companies explaining why it's a bad idea. With enough public pressure, they will be pushed into changing their plans, if not scrapping them completely. If you're in London on the 31st of August, there's a demonstration and march to Downing Street. See the description for details. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Random Railways.